In Comfortable Conversations TV. So today we have a special guest, director, author, producer, like you, just a jack of all trades, Mr. Shaun Sinclair. So Shaun, tell us where you're from and just a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Atlantic Beach, South Carolina. And for those who are not familiar, if you've ever heard of Black Bike Week,
Yes.
that's my neighborhood. Like literally, we founded that.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you ride bikes?
I do.
You do?
Yeah. I'm kind of off of them now. I got too many responsibilities. I can't afford to fall, but yeah, I like to ride. Yeah.
Okay. So were you born and raised there?
Yes, I was born there and then I moved to Fayetteville in my high school years. So I was always back and forth between Fayetteville, North Carolina, and Atlantic Beach, South Carolina.
Okay.
So it's like both of my home. I'm definitely a beach boy through and through.
Really? I love the beach too. Definitely. That's therapy, peace of
It
mind.
is.
I say if I lived by the beach, I would definitely be a beach bum.
I took it for granted though because, like the beach is literally outside my front door, so we take it for granted growing up.
Yeah.
But then when I later lived in travel and things like that, I kind of miss it a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, it was different.
So what was growing up with Shaun?
Oof. I'm the youngest of four. I have an older sister. I had a brother who passed, and then I have my younger sister who passed, but I'm the youngest of all of them.
Okay.
My daddy was murdered when I was like 8 years old, so my mom remarried when I was 11. So just growing up, just trying to find my way. I'm the baby, so I got all those attributes of the baby.
Yeah.
My mother's favorite.
Spoiled.
Yeah. My mother's favorite, that type of deal. And just always been intrigued with the arts. Music is my first love. I started rapping when I was like 14 years old.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like music, still my first love. Music just speaks to me in ways that words can't.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started out rapping when I was like 14, but I grew up in the 90s, so that's like the heart of the crack epidemic.
Yes.
And so I kind of fell victim to that as well as a seller and a user. And so I was kind of doing my music by doing my thing in the streets at the same time. And then it later caught up with me. I was 18, my oldest son got pregnant, his mother got pregnant, and I decided to change my life. So I went into the Army to just try to find a better way for myself. Served like 3.5 years in the Army, and then while I was in the Army, some things from my past came back and they were going to prison. And so I spent like 13 years in prison.
Oh wow.
All told. And I was eventually able to get my case overturned on some technicalities, but I still ended up finishing out the sentence. So that's pretty much it.
So when you were locked up, is that where you did a lot of your writing for your books?
Yes. So incidentally, my father, I don't say stepfather, I say my father, he was the first person that wrote a book. So like my father was he was a kingpin back in his day. And so it's like looking at a real street dude knowing how to write a book kind of intrigued me.
Yeah.
And if you can write a song, then you can write a rap.
Absolutely.
Or excuse me, write a book.
Yeah.
And so I just transitioned that. And so like I had a record label on and on when I went to prison. Because like I said, I came up in the 90s, it was do for yourself motif.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like when I was in prison, I thought I lost my appeal, my initial appeal. I'm like, man, I'm not about to be a 30-year-old rapper. So I just transitioned it to writing the books. And with the books, my first book called Street Rap, it was loosely based on parts of my life. So with the music in there and so on and so forth. And I wrote it inside a regular notebook, right by hand. And I passed it around in the yard and everybody loved it. And that's how I knew I had a real talent to write books instead. So that was it.
So what was the first book that you wrote?
The first book was Street Rap. Second book was Blood Ties. Third book was Dirty Music. And then like Forbidden was the first book I actually put out. But that was the seventh book I ever wrote. When I came home from prison, I had 10 books written already.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because when I discovered writing, it's like I wasn't doing time anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, it's an out-of-body experience. My first book was a catharsis. Like I just was able to get all my demons out, for lack of a better word. And then I started loving it after that. And I just found writing as my therapy. And so it was just, I came with 10 books.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what would you say was some of your inspiration when you were writing?
Initially just getting my story out. Because like in prison, right, we tell war stories all day. Yeah, I was doing this, I was doing that. And when I would tell my story, because I had been to 14 different countries by the time I was 21.
Right, being in the Army.
And being in the Army.
Yeah.
And then just like doing the music, then in the streets, then in the military. It was like my life was very different than all my other peers. And so as I started telling my story, they wouldn't believe me. So I'm like, You know, and during this time, it was a renaissance with Terry Woods, Sister Soldier, Eric Jerome Dickey. So I'm like, man, and everybody in prison was reading their books. I'm like, my story just as good as theirs. So I got inspired to write my own. And that's pretty much how I started.
So when you were in prison, when you said you had let them read and they were inspired by your books as well, did you ever get anyone that say, you know, did you write a story about me?
All the time. So look, when you write books, that's what made me start publishing, by the way. Because everybody like, man, I got a story, you should read my story. My story is such and such.
Right.
Okay, we all got one. Yeah, I did. And the guards, like in prison, the guards would come to my cell at night. Like, Sinclair, hey man, I heard you got a book. Can I read it while I'm on shift? Because they locked up too.
Right.
They had nothing to do. Mm-hmm. That's when I knew, like, I got something. Yeah, that's when I knew I had something.
So where did the publishing, when did that start?
So before I came home, I had signed a publishing deal with Wahida Clark. And so when I came home, I'm thinking it's going to be publishing. Oh, I got the money, I'm straight.
Right.
You know, I'm a made man. But keep in mind, I had a record label prior to me going to prison. And so I always intended to do music again when I came home, but from the business side. Mm-hmm. So I had been studying the publishing, like music publishing books and music publishing similar. So I always had my own thought process to have my own record label. And then when I started doing books, I started studying to have my own publishing company as well. So even when I signed the deal, it was a means to an end, so I can learn and then execute my company properly. And that deal, we should be cool. We wasn't that bad about it. It was just some other things were going on with her, so my deal kind of petered out. And so after like 18 months home, I started my own company just to put my books out primarily.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Okay. Now tell us about the music.
Yes.
So you started rapping at 14 years old.
Yeah. And
started the record label.
Yes.
So did you have any other artists on the record label, or was it just...
It's me and my guy from Jersey named Smitty. And mind you, I was in Germany doing music as well, so it's like the mid-90s. It's just a different... Worldwide music is a different scale. Like Sony was known for SBMG over there. Mm-hmm. So we had an opportunity to get a songwriting deal with Sony when I was over there and everything. It's just different. But it was me, my guy Smitty, my other guy B, just our own little collective. I wasn't signing artists back then. It was all about putting my own stuff out.
Okay. Did you guys come together as a group?
We did.
You did?
We did, yeah. We had Germany on Smash though, for real.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they really love hip hop over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love
a lot
hip-hop.
of people don't know that,
mm-hmm.
that they love hip hop out that way.
Yeah, Wu-Tang like the Beatles in Germany. Like when I was there, it was Wu-Tang. You know, it was mid-90s. You got Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep, Biggie. We opened up order. Like, and when we performed, they wanted us just as bad as they wanted them. Wow. Besides Wu-Tang is Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, get off the stage. Get off the stage, let them come up. Yeah,
So when did the directing and producing come in? When did you know that you wanted to be in the film industry?
Well, anytime I write my books, and if you've ever read one of my books, people say they read like movies because I'm very descriptive. And when I'm writing my books, I see them as movies in my head anyway. So it was just a natural transition. I moved from Carolina to Atlanta like 2016 to go to film school so I can turn my books into movies. And I quickly learned that you don't learn in school what teachers don't, but for me, mm-hmm. I'm not a school type of learner. I'm a hands-on kind of guy.
Right.
And so I had a lady by the name of Shaun Sinclair. She's passed away last year. She's very famous casting director. She casted All Eyes on Me, Belly, all of that. And so she came to me with her book to publish. And so she wanted to learn the publishing industry, and I wanted to learn the film game. So we swapped out our resources. And that's what really started me directing. She put me with her mentors, got a director, and she was on the guy by the name of Mike, and just put me on different sets. And I just learned. And YouTube University.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the first film that you actually directed?
The Setup.
Okay, tell us a little bit about that.
So The Setup was my first film. I did a documentary prior to that, but I didn't direct that one. I produced it.
Okay.
But The Setup was the first film I actually directed. It's a crypto crime thriller. It's about a guy who infiltrates a cryptocurrency firm, presumably steal codes. but he falls in love with the boss's wife.
Oh.
Yeah, it's streaming on Tubi right now, so it's on Tubi. But initially it started out as a short because I had to get my feet wet on what to do. And so we shot it as a short. My partner at the time, Danielle, we wrote it, and then we shot it as a short film, and we premiered it as like a showcase along with other films, and everybody loved it. And so my mentor, Miss Larissa Bates, she's my mentor in film game. She was like, you could really do something with this, they can make a feature. So Larissa and I, we got back together, we knocked the bolts out and turned it into a feature. And I shot it in 2020, I think it was, 2020.
Okay.
And the rest is history.
How is it like for you working behind the scenes? Because of course I'm in the industry myself, and I direct, produce, manage, do bookings and stuff like that. And every aspect of it is different for me. Even when I started off acting and then transitioned over to directing, how does it feel to you being a director, being behind the scenes, and just looking at, especially when it's your own project come to life? How is that for you?
Not to sound blasphemous, but it feels like a God, man. Like, not little God, not big God, but it just feels divine, honestly. I prefer to direct and produce, I like my bread, but I prefer to direct because I'm a writer, producer, and director. Just seeing something I wrote come to life is surreal. Yeah, when you see those actors, they actually like regurgitate the words that you wrote, and when they get it right, I'm telling you, it's divine. It's like no other feeling in this world. I equate it to when I was doing music and I perform. When you're performing as an artist, the crowd participation, that's like a rush like nothing in this world.
Absolutely.
Directing is right there next to that. When it's done right.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's right. Yeah.
Now tell us, you said you like directing more than you do producing. Why is that?
Because I'm artistic with it. Producing can be a headache because producing, that's the business side of things. You gotta make sure you choose the right team. You have to depend on other people.
Yes.
And with directing, as long as I choose the right DP and that particular team, it's on me. And as a director, you have the final say within reason. When you're producing, you have to leave so many other things, so many other people's hands.
Yeah.
And I'm such a perfectionist that when they don't get it right, it bothers me. Like, it bothers me.
Yeah.
So directing, I can just choose I can just be free to create as a director. That's a better space for me.
Did you take in hand and participate in any of the casting for your projects?
Yes, pretty much all of them. Yeah, pretty much all of them. A lot of my projects, I already know who I want from jump, for the most part. The setup, hands-on directing with that one. A Grandmother's Faith, hands-on casting with that one. Yeah, pretty much all of them, besides Sugar Baby. And I didn't direct Sugar Baby, I wrote and produced with that one.
So when you look at the cast, and then when you actually see them in production, has there been any cast members to where you was like, you know what, I think we need to recast him or her because they're not really fitting?
Yes. But you know what though? I'm such an artist. I try to work through it. Like, if there's some time, like, my thing is this, the table read is going to tell you everything you need to know. So by that second or third table read, if they're not up to par, I'll get rid of them. I don't care who it is. If I'm able, I don't care what the name is, because it's the military. How you train is how you're going to actually fight in combat.
Absolutely.
So by that second table read, if you're not off the page or if you don't have it right yet, I don't have enough confidence in you to risk my budget. And what I mean by that is, as you know, time is money when you're filming.
It is.
We got about 2 or 3 takes. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Because we got to move on. So if you're fumbling with your lines, that's costing me money because now we got to stay right here in this pocket. Now you're throwing the rest of the crew, now you're throwing the rest of the cast, and everybody off their square.
Right.
Nobody's that important.
Yeah. Yep. Time is money, and money is time.
Yeah, I tell my team when we go out to table reads, nobody is bigger than the project. So even me, if I'm not up to par, I get replaced too. That's how I see it.
So what is your message to up and coming directors and producers that are wanting to get into the film industry?
Take it serious. So my message would be twofold. For directors, learn the craft. We're always learning.
Yes, every single day.
We're always learning. Don't think that I got this. And particularly for Atlanta, know your role as a director. Teach his own, but I don't see Spike Lee on the camera. Maybe in his early days, but you got to have the right team around you so you can direct.
Yeah.
Trust your AD, so make sure you hire quality ADs for my directors. Trust your DP, make sure you hire quality DP. So trust your right team so you can be free to direct. That's something I just learned on a series I just shot. And again, you're always learning.
You do.
Yeah, you always learn.
Every single day.
Yeah.
That's what, like you said, it's very important that you perfect your craft every single day because you're learning something new.
Yes. And don't be afraid to say, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why you hire people smarter than you or just as smart as you because their job is to help you execute the vision. As a director, you don't have to know everything. You just have to have your vision intact. And then from there, you just hire the right people around you. Producer, same thing. Get your budget up. Don't teach his own. I'm gonna say this: don't film until you got your budget.
Yes.
Because these are people's career you having. Like you got these actors, they trust you. Even your crew, they trust you. They trust that they're gonna get paid. They trust that the production is gonna be something that they can, promote and do well. So, in my experience, don't film until you got your money on point. Like, I understand we all living on a dream, but people trusting their dream into your hands. So make sure the business is in order. That's what I would say. Make sure the business is in order. Make sure you hire quality people.
That's very important because your name is on the line.
Yeah.
And this industry is big, but it's small.
Super small. And people don't care. Like, dude, you cannot just say, oh, I want enough money. We're going to finish next year. What? You going to do what?
You're gonna have some mad people.
Yeah.
So we have our life in question segment. So my best friend, she wrote this book. It's called Life in Question. Everybody knows. So we do a segment to where we ask questions out of her book. So this book is literally for everybody. It helps you get to know your friends, your mate, your family. It's good for parties, different things like that. So we're going to ask you 3 questions out the book. Okay. And when I tell you, it's all types of questions in here. So you may get one of them questions that may throw you a little bit off or may actually have you thinking. Okay. And I always ask people to tell me, do you want to go to the left or to the right? Right. Right. All right. So the first question is, what is the strangest or most unusual thing that turns you on sexually?
Hold on.
I told you, it ain't no telling what type of question you
What's the strangest thing or the most unusual thing
that turns you on sexually?
Pretty skin.
Okay.
Yeah, I like pretty skin.
Pretty skin. Okay. That's different. If you could have a celebrity guest speak at your funeral, who would it be?
Mr. Farrakhan.
And why?
He's one of the very few men left in this world I respect wholeheartedly, tremendously. He's a man that, if I would say I would want to aspire to be like anyone, it would be him. His sacrifice, his reality, his worldwide view, his spirituality, his ability to see and speak into others. So definitely Mr. Farrakhan.
Absolutely. All right.
Oh, and for me to have made such strides that Mr. Farrakhan speaking at my funeral, that means I've done something.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely a legend.
Yeah.
Are you emotionally open or emotionally standoffish?
Standoffish.
Why is that?
experiences. My life experience has shown me that a lot of people aren't to be trusted with your emotions, because anybody can do good, but when it's time to do bad good, most people fail. And so when you trust people with certain things emotionally, they weaponize them and turn them against you.
That's a good one. So I'm real big on mental health. We have a mental health movement going on.
Okay.
And I always say this: when people think of mental health, they think of what the doctors diagnose you with, schizophrenia, bipolar, all that good stuff. But you deal with your mental health daily. It's like a daily thing, whether it's work, family. Sometimes we put our own self through mental health. How do you balance your mental health, just being an entrepreneur and being the man that you are? In the industry, outside of the industry, and just with everyday life, what do you do to balance your mental health and to make sure that you stay on track?
The gym. The gym is my sanctuary, and also I don't really deal with a lot of people. I don't allow people to my circle. I've learned the power of saying no. I've learned the power of not answering that phone for those emergencies.
Yes.
Funny thing about these emergencies, when you don't pick up that phone, they find a way to work themselves out.
They do.
So,
yeah.
But the gym is the biggest thing. The gym, praying, of course, praying and meditating. Nothing is too big to take to God.
Absolutely.
And so, I think it's wisdom. Like when you reach a certain age in life, you learn it's all gonna work out. Sometimes rejection, protection, and we may want a thing that's bad for us when God's trying to give us good.
Yeah.
So I just stay patient. I meditate, I pray, and I go to the gym.
Awesome. So tell everybody how they can reach you, how they can find you, where the movie is at.
Okay, perfect. So you can find me on Instagram at I am Shaun Sinclair. That's SHAUN Sinclair. You can catch up all of my movies. I have one going right now on Tubi series called Sex Mogul. We just shot season 2. It'll be out this fall, so make sure you catch up now on season 1. The setup, the movie I just mentioned, that's on Tubi as well. Sugar Baby is streaming right now on BET Plus.
Okay, Sugar Baby.
Starring Lance Gross.
I've seen that.
You did?
Yes, I love that.
Yeah,
that was really good.
Thank you.
That was really good.
Yeah, so I wrote that one. We have Fractured on Tubi. We have Intrusive on Tubi. Oh, our reality show, Beauty Bosses of Atlanta. It should be out any day now.
Okay.
We just had a premiere for that like 2 weeks ago. So it'll be on Tubi. So just go to Tubi and type in my name, Shaun Sinclair. All my films will come up. If you want your book published, you can go to penandpenpublishing.com. That's PEN, the number 2, PEN again, publishing.com. And just Google me and I think everything will come up.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Appreciate
Appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for joining Comfortable Conversations TV. Make sure you follow us on all of the social media outlets. You know what it is: YouTube, IG, TikTok, all that good stuff. Make sure y'all follow us. Make sure y'all keep tuning in. And thank you to all of our sponsors. We love you, and we are out.